We be the warriors, the most high sent, so you know there is no destroying us. Ordained from the womb, prophets back from the tomb to cast out all these false doctrines.
The Bible says, wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his ways? Read.
By taking heed thereto according to thy word.
So we got to take heed to the Most High's word. We got to take heed to this Bible. This Bible is not being taught to us correctly in these churches. I grew up going to a church right here down the street called Unity Temple, Church of God in Christ. They ain't teaching me nothing but how to play the drums, how to choir sing.
Bring it out.
You know what I'm saying? Watching people run up and down the aisle, faking like they got the Holy Ghost, foaming at the mouth, doing the nay-nay. All that, that's all they taught us. And how to whoremonger, how to chase the little women in church. Well, read this.
The book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 9. Wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way? By taking heed thereto according to thy word.
So we got to take heed to this Bible. It's time that the truth of this Bible come out. Give me John 8:32. It's time that the truth of this Bible come out. We are not, that's why we in the condition we in, because look, all these churches, on every block, on every corner, you can go down this way, not even a mile in some churches. You can go that way in some churches. You can go back that way in some churches. Why are we still in the conditions we in? Read that.
John chapter 8, verse 32. And ye shall know the truth.
The Bible says that you should know the truth.
Bring it out. And the truth shall make you free.
It's saying the truth gonna make you free.
That's right.
Right now we in captivity. We got to get up and work for our slave masters. We got to get up and work so we can put food in our stomachs. We got to get up and work so we can have clothes on our back, so we can feed our children. But he said, if you want to know the truth, and the truth gonna make you free. Now let's see what's gonna make us free according to the Bible. This is the truth, bro. Psalms 119, verse 142. So this is the truth according to the Bible. This is what our communities are missing. This is what you won't see your preacher in the churches. You'll never see them bringing this out right here. This is the truth. This is what's gonna make you free. You tired of being a slave? This is what's gonna make you free. If you want the kingdom of heaven, this is what's gonna make you free.
The book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 142. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth.
It said what the truth is? Read it again.
Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth.
What's the truth? So the law. Now go back to John 8:32. So now it's finna all make sense. Watch this.
John chapter 8, verse 32. And ye shall know the truth.
So you should know the law.
And the truth shall make you free.
And the law gonna make you free. So that's why we out here showing you what we're doing wrong according to the Bible, because we're not gonna learn this nowhere, because we're trying to be a free people. We're tired of being in bondage. We want to be a free people. So it's time that we wake up and come back to our true nationality according to the Bible.
Bring it out.
It's time for us to know that we are God's chosen people.
Right.
And like he was bringing out, that we are special people unto God. So it's time for us to act like it.
Bring it out.
Our women don't act like it, and our young men sure don't act like it. All this gang violence, people getting shot up here at T.R. White, people getting shot up and down the street in this neighborhood. Y'all know the crime that goes on because we are lacking the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God.
That's right.
So we come out here to inform our people the right way.
That's right.
According to the Bible.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15.
So what we finna do, we finna go through some curses. And you tell me, do we fit this? Do all the nations of the earth fit this, or just we as a people fit these curses? Because God gave us, he gave us blessings for our obedience, and he gave us curses for our disobedience. Now watch this. This finna explain why we in the condition we in. Because you remember it said you should know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Now I'm finna explain to you how do we get in these conditions. Watch this.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments.
It said if we don't observe to do all his commandments, read.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So the Most High God said if we don't do what he say do, all these curses gonna come upon us. Give me 32.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Since we don't want to obey God, he said our sons and daughters were going to be given it to another people. Now, who did that happen to? When did that happen? During slavery. Right, look, right there. It's the juvenile. There's some kids in there right now. They might can hear me. Guess what? Their sons and daughters were given it to another people because they didn't want to keep God's laws, statutes, and commandments.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
So when the justice system or when Master Charles came and got our kids, our eyes failed for longing them for all day long because what we cried. We want our kids back. We want our kids to be kids.
And there should be no might in thy hand.
But we ain't got no might in our hand to get our kids back. Because if the white man come take our kids, guess what? All we got to do, they can come right now, kicking our door, drag our kids out the house. What are we going to do? We ain't got no might in our hand. We ain't got no army. We ain't got no way to get our kids back. This is how we identifying ourselves as these people on this sign. That's how you know that you are from the tribe of Judah, because why? Read another curse. Read me, what's that? 37. Astonishment. All right.
Deuteronomy chapter 2:8, verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword.
The Most High God said, since we don't want to do what he say do, he said that we going to become an astonishment. That's a great wonder. Don't you ever wonder why you listen to rap music, R&B music? You see how the black man and the black woman, they degrade each other? What we call our women in our rap song? B's, H's, thoughts. Why the white man don't do that? Why the Chinese people don't do that? That's an astonishment. How do our young men dress with their pants below our women dress got to feel like they got to show their body out. They got to discover, they got to show their secret parts. The parts they supposed to show for their husband, we want to show it to everybody. Read that again. This is a curse.
And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb.
What's a proverb? A proverb is a wise, true saying. A wise, true saying. You want to hide something from a Negro, what you do? Where you put it at? In a book, because he ain't going to read it. They're not going to read it. Another proverb. What's our favorite food? What they say our favorite food is? Chicken and watermelon. That's a proverb against you.
That's right.
Because we didn't want to keep God's laws, statutes, and commandments. You'll no longer be known as a princess walking upon this earth. But you'll be known as a woman that you love the hell out of chicken. You love watermelon. That's a proverb. Read.
And a byword.
And a byword. What we doing? We showing our people that we are God's chosen people. Y'all should pull over and listen. Read.
Among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee.
Among all nations where the Lord should lead us, he said that we was going to become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword. Now, it says a byword. Y'all check this out. That's how you know that we are God's chosen people. Everybody is not God's chosen people. God don't love everybody. That's what the deceiver, the devil, has tricked us into believing that God loves everybody. God only loves the people that's on his side. The 12 tribes of Israel is the only people God loves. And we're going to prove it in the Bible.
That's right.
Give me 43. I'm going to show you something. We are under a curse. We are under a curse. See, you'll never hear this in your Christian church. When you go in the Christian church, guess what they're going to start you off at? In the New Testament, and they're going to talk about Jesus. Well, what happened before Jesus? Just like what happened to you before slavery. Who was you before you was brought over here? That's what you got to come back and think to. Who was I? That's what you got to do. You got to think yourself. Read.
Verse 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
This is a curse. It said that the strangers. You wonder why we've been over here. Our grandparents, our great-grandparents, they built this nation off our backs for free labor. 300 to 400 years of slavery. But you got other nations that will come over here. The Chinese, the Arabs, the Africans. They can come over here. We at the bottom of society. We don't know how we going to pay our next bill. But they got a store in your community. Watch this. This is a curse.
And thou shalt come down very low.
It said, read it from the top again.
The stranger that is within thee shall get above thee very high.
It's saying the other nations that's amongst us going to get above us very high. Read.
And the stranger that shall come, and thou shalt come down very low.
It said, but you going to come down very low. This is a curse. You'll never hear this in the Christian church. Read.
He shall lend to thee.
It said these other nations going to be able to lend to you. Now, if you want to go to Lane College, you want to go to Jackson State, you want a car loan, You want a loan for your house, who you got to go to? The who? Watch this, read that again. This how you know that this you on this sign. This how we know this. Because you fit these curses.
He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him.
Said we ain't gonna be able to lend to him. A white man never came to you and say, I need $10,000 to open up something. That's what I'm saying. So we are these people.
He shall be the head.
It said that the other nations gonna be the head. They gonna be the first hire. Read.
And thou shalt be the tail.
You gonna be the first fire. That's what the Bible's saying. That's why it's hard for us to get a job. Because we are the first fire and we the last hire. Why? Because they know something. They know something about you. But we got to consider this. We got to consider why we better than everybody else. We look better than everybody else. We can stand out here in the sun without our skin peeling off us. You know what I'm saying? Like the brothers bring it out, you got the greatest hair on earth. You got the hair of wool. God had hair of wool. We can prove it with the Bible. Jesus the Christ had hair of wool. Your hair was made to absorb. Son, it was made to absorb. You are the best thing God created. Read.
Revelation chapter 1 verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
This is the revelation of Jesus Christ. It said his head and his hairs were white like wool. We're not saying this Jesus Christ because we don't know what he looked like, but this is a better description on what the slave master gave us. The slave master gave us this boy right here. His name is Caesar Borgia. That's Pope Alexander VI's son. He paid Leonardo da Vinci to paint an image of his son as Jesus the Christ to deceive the whole world. If you ask a kid right now, I don't see none walking, but I'm sure if you ask a kid, who is this? Guess what they gonna say? They gonna say Jesus. And guess what? That's what got them in juvenile detention. Because they think that the white man is Jesus. If they knew that the greatest man to walk the face of this earth looked like him, maybe he'll think differently of himself. But you'll go to the Christian church, they'll say it don't matter what Jesus looked like. Well, if it don't matter what Jesus looked like, why does color don't matter when it comes to the Bible? But it's going to matter when you go get a job. It's going to matter what neighborhood you stay in. It's going to matter about everything. Except when it comes to the Bible, they have deceived us and tell us that color doesn't matter. Give me Matthew 24. See, Christ, when he walked the earth, he told us this was going to happen. You ain't going to never hear this in the Christian church. He told us this right here. Listen.
Matthew chapter 24 verse 4. And Jesus answered and said unto them.
So Jesus talking, because Jesus answered and said unto them. Watch this.
Take heed that no man deceive you.
He said take heed that nobody deceive you, mean trick you, lie to you. Read.
For many shall come in my name.
So many shall come in his name. Who came in his name? Huh? Who come in the name talking about, who said they were Jesus walking on the earth? Hold them up. You right, the devil. That's who that is, the devil. Watch this.
Saying, I am Christ.
He said he Christ. Read.
And shall deceive many.
He done deceived our people. He done deceived our people by saying that he God, and he say he sit in the temple of God and he playing himself as God. How did he do that? Y'all seen the movie Son of God? Good. That's a good thing. I'm gonna tell you, cause they got a white boy saying that playing Jesus like he what? Like he all effeminate. And Jesus, come to me, suffer little children. No, this ain't the Christ. This ain't the real Christ. This is the Christ. Go back to the Revelations. Watch this. We finna show you what the real Jesus Christ look like. The Christian churches is lie when they say color don't matter.
That's right.
Watch this.
Revelation chapter 1 verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Hey, we're finna make a comparison. Hold it up, because this is very important. I know you say you already knew this, but why it's important is because this is what they teaching our kids. In school, K through 12, they teaching that they are better than us. They teaching little white kids, you better than the black kids. But when God created us, he created a special people.
That's right.
They teaching, guess what he teaching? Guess what he finna teach in school now? Homosexuality. In the 4th grade, they gonna teach your kids how to perform oral sex. For real. So that's why we got to come out here and declare war against this devil.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
It said his head and his hairs were white like wool. You don't see none of that on this description. Black people, we ain't questioned this not one time.
I did.
You did. I'm talking about as a whole. That's good that we got enough sense to question stuff. I'm talking about us. I'm gonna tell you how messed up the black man mind is. They worried about a Confederate flag. Why they ain't asked them to take this out of school, out the churches, out the movies, out of all the pictures? Why they worried about a flag? And this is what oppression is right here.
That's right, that's right.
Cause that flag ain't got no but some stars on it. And that flag is the same flag as the American flag. It's red, white, and blue, and it got stars on it. And it got stripes on it. So that don't even not make no difference. You see what I'm saying? So this right here is what deceiving our people. That's why they gonna take the flag down. But they gonna leave this in their church though. They gonna leave the white man in the church though. And the Bible don't say he looked nothing like that. And that's a shame that we ain't questioning that. Where our leaders at in our communities? Why they ain't question what's the root to our oppression? This is the root right here. The teaching Jesus Christ, the greatest man that ever walked the face of this earth, was a white man. And the black man won't stand up to it. He'll tuck his nuts and say color don't matter. But it mattered when he went to get a loan to build that church. Read.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Jesus Christ's head and his hairs were white like wool. Read.
It's white as snow.
It's white as snow, just like this picture right here. Read.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
He said his eyes was a flame of fire, just like this picture right here. He got eyes like the ocean. They blue. That don't make no sense. The Bible said he had eyes red as fire. Give me Genesis 49:12. Hold your finger right there. It said he had eyes red as fire. What was his eyes red as fire? Watch this. The Bible gonna tell you.
Genesis chapter 49 verse 12. His eyes shall be red with wine.
He said his eyes shall be red with wine. So why was his eyes red as fire? Because he drunk wine moderately. If you drink wine, your eyes gonna turn red. So go back to Revelation. So that's what strike 3 against him. Strike 2 or 3, I don't know. But watch this.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
Just like I'm looking at your feet, sister. If I look at your feet, it's gonna be the same color as your what? Skin. The same color as your whole body, your skin, right? So his feet was like what?
Like unto fine brass.
What color is brass? It's a golden color. Just like your feet. A golden is a derivative of brown. Read.
As if they burned in a furnace.
As if they burned in a furnace. So you throw anything in the furnace, what color is it gonna come out? Black. So that's all the strikes against him. So why in the world do we got this in our churches? Why do our black men and our black women got this tattooed on their body? They have been deceived.
That's right.
They have been deceived by the devil.
That's right.
This is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Go back to Matthew 24. This is the devil. So that's what we're trying to show you, that we've been deceived. They told you was an African American. First they told you we was Negroes when we got the slave ship. Then we went from Negroes to what? Colored. Then we went to black. They started calling us black. Then in the 1980s, Jesse Jackson gonna just tell everybody they African American. And now when you fill out an application, you got to put African American on it. We are not African and we are not American.
That's right.
Watch this.
Matthew chapter 24 verse 24. For thou shalt arise false Christ and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders.
It says it's going to rise false Christ and false prophets. That's the false Christ. Who the false prophets? All these preachers. And should show, what it say?
Should show great signs and wonders.
They're going to show great signs and wonders. Because they got nuclear weapons. They can drop the atomic bomb on people. You know what I'm saying? They can they can do what they want to do with people. Those great signs and wonders. Read.
If it were possible.
It said, if it was possible, check this out.
They shall deceive the very elect.
They said, they shall deceive the very elect. Guess who the elect is?
That's right. That's right.
Huh? You said it right. The elect. You are the elect. Give me Isaiah. The Bible gonna tell you who the elect is. Like the brother was bringing out earlier, what we showing you that we are God's chosen people.
That's right.
And our oppressors have to see the very elect. We finna show you who the Bible says the elect is.
Right there, 44. Isaiah chapter 45, verse 4. For Jacob, my servant's sake, and Israel, mine elect.
Now the white man is elect.
Israel, mine elect.
Israel is the elect. Is his elect. That's who they came to deceive. Do y'all understand? Because I don't want y'all to walk away from here understanding that. I want you to understand that you are the Israelites. Do you understand when we say Israel? What do you got a clear understanding? Because if not, we'll bag it up and we'll show you what we mean when we say Israel. Even Genesis 25 start at 21. I want to show you that Israel is a man. So when we say Israel, first thing you think about is that land over there, right? You think about what you see on the news, where they're having wars and stuff. Hey, erase that out your mind. That land was just named Israel in 1948 after the war. The white man took our land and named it Israel and put the fake Jews over there. Did you know that you are the real Jews?
That's right.
The white man is not the real Jew. That's why they say they Jewish. You see what I'm saying? All right, check this out. I'm going to show you who I'm going to show you who Israel is. How we got Israel.
Genesis chapter 25, verse 21. And Isaac entreated the Lord his wife.
Hold on real quick. I want to clear something up. He said they named it land Israel. They didn't name their land Israel. They appointed it into their possession in 1948. So they already knew where the land of Israel was at, but they appointed it into their possession.
Okay. Yeah, they took the land. Excuse me, y'all. Yeah. They took our land and appointed it in their possession. Right? Watch it. We finna go through the genealogy on how we know we Israel. Watch this.
Genesis chapter 25, verse 21. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife.
It said in Isaac. Isaac was our forefather. It was Abraham, Isaac. Now Isaac going to entreat the Lord for his wife. Read.
Because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived.
So he went to ask the Lord, you know what I'm saying, because she was barren, she couldn't have kids. You know what I'm saying? So he asked the Lord, so the Lord was intrigued of it, said, yeah, so, you know, she conceived, so she got pregnant. Read.
And the children struggled together within her.
I want you to understand what it's saying. It said these children struggled together within her. Before they even came out the womb, they was already struggling. Read.
And she said, if it be so, why am I thus?
She asked God, why I'm hurting like this. Read.
And she went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
He said, the Lord told her, why you hurting like that? Because 2 nations are in that womb. Not 2 babies, but 2 nations. So it means that what? A whole lot of people going to come out of these 2 kids that's in her womb. Check this out.
And 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
Said 2 manners of people going to be separated from her bowels.
And the one people shall be stronger than the other people.
Said the one people going to be stronger than the other people. This going to all make sense when I get through. You're going to understand why we stronger than all the other rest of the people. Read.
And the elder shall serve the younger.
Meaning the one that come out first supposed to be the servant of the younger one. Read.
And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled.
So 9 months go by.
Behold, there were twins in her womb.
She had twins in her womb. Read.
And the first came out red all over like an hairy garment.
It said the first baby came out red all over like a hairy garment. Now I'm going to ask you, who do you think that is? The white man. He's not white, he's red. When he get mad, he turn red. When he get happy, he turn red. He stand out here in the sun like we doing right now. Guess what he gonna turn? Red. Read.
And they called his name Esau.
They call his name Esau. Remember that. What's the white man's name in the Bible? Esau. So when you read in the Bible, you see Esau, you know who it's talking about now. Read.
And after that came his brother out.
So here come the other baby out. Here come the other baby, right? Remember these babies were struggling in the womb before they even hit the earth. Read.
And his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob.
And his name was called Jacob. So it was 2 twins, Esau and who? Esau and Jacob. Now give me 32. So they were twins in Rebecca's womb. And they were struggling before they even hit the earth. One was Esau, he was red. His brother was Jacob. Watch this.
Genesis chapter 32, verse 28. And he said, thy name shall be called no more Jacob.
He said his name shall be called no more Jacob,
but Israel. For as a prince has thou power with God.
He said, so his name was changed to what? So we know Israel is a man and not a land. Now, Israel got 12 sons. These are his 12 sons right here. You got Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Ephraim, Manasseh, Simeon, Zebulun, Gad, Reuben, Asher, Issachar, Naphtali. So these are the nations. You remember he said it was 2 nations in the womb? This is that nation that came out of Jacob, which his name was changed to Israel. Now you understand, when you're getting a better understanding when we say we Israel now, right? All right? So now we go through, this is why it said they were going to struggle while they was in the womb, right? Now this is understanding why they hate you so much, and they ain't even got to know you. They ain't got to know you, but they hate you. We don't know who we are. So that's why we got to come out here. Watch this. Watch what the Bible say.
Isaiah chapter 3 verse 1. For behold, the Lord of the hosts doth take away Jerusalem. Isaiah chapter 1 verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner.
It says, so God is making a similitude. He's calling us, he's referring us to some animals. He said an ox know his owner, meaning a cow. An ox, you know what I'm talking about? Know who he is. Know who own him.
And the ass, his master's crib.
Said a donkey, no, if he go down the street 100 miles, he know how to get back home. But watch this.
But Israel does not know.
He said, but the people on this side right here, Israel, they don't know. We don't know who we are. Read.
My people does not consider.
We hadn't even considered that we God's chosen people. We ain't even considered it.
Read out.
But we do everything better. You know, if you start dressing a certain way, all the other nations want to dress like you. You know what I'm saying? That's why he brought out that scripture, envy not their oppressor. Don't try to be like them because they want to be like you. They go to the tanning beds 40 hours a week trying to get your skin tone. All right? Keep reading.
A sinful nation.
He said these people right here are a sinful nation.
A people laden with iniquity. A seed of evildoers.
He said they're a seed of evildoers, a seed of gangbangers, seed of whoremongers, seed of baby mamas and baby daddies. Just evil. Read.
Children that are corrupters.
They say children that are corrupters.
They have forsaken the Lord. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are going away backward.
So we made God angry because we went away backwards. We didn't go to God. We went away from God. You see what I'm saying? So that's why we in the condition we in. So that's why we come out here and teach our people who we are according to the Bible. Because you will never learn this. And our black women got to learn this because they got to teach their kids this. They don't understand how this white man don't declare war on our children. They don't understand it. We've been in war, but they really don't turn the heat up now. They said 2 men can hit each other in the booty. 2 women can lay with each other. And they going to teach this in our schools. You know how they got to teach that in our schools? Because they don't taught us since slavery that Jesus was white. And when you see, when they play Jesus, he played very effeminate. Jesus was not no effeminate man. Jesus was not no punk. Jesus was a black man according to the Bible. He was not no punk like they portray him. He was not no homosexual like they portray him. He did not speak soft.
Luke chapter 19 verse 22. And he saith unto him, out of thy own mouth I will judge thee, thy wicked servant.
So Christ said, I judge you, my wicked servants. Read.
Thou knewest that I was an austere man.
That y'all know that I was an austere man. You know what austere mean? That means serious. That means strict. I don't play no games. Y'all know that.
Taking up that laid not down, and reaping that I did not sow. Wherefore thou gavest not thou my money.
Stop right there.
Verse 27. But those my enemies, which would not have thought I should reign over them.
I'm gonna show you how serious Christ is. This Christ speaking. He said, those enemies that's ruling over you, read.
Bring hither.
He said, bring them here.
And slay them.
And slay them
before me.
Before me. Christ said, bring them here and kill them before me. See, when Christ come back, he's not coming back with no Easter suit on, with some gaiters on, passing out flowers and Easter egg bunnies and stuff like that. Right. Give me Revelation 19 and 13. This is what Christ said like this in Revelation. Watch this right here.
Revelation chapter 19, verse 13. 9 and 13.
We're trying to show you Christ didn't play no games. Yeah, right there, what I say.
Revelation chapter 19, verse 13. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood.
He said, he done slaughtered so many people, his clothing at the end, his vestures were dipped in blood. He had blood draping off him. Christ was not no punk. You know what I'm saying? He is very serious. In the day of the Lord's sacrifice, give me that's why we got to come out here and warn our people. We got to speak to them and tell them what Christ said. Because when he come back, he gave you a grace period to get yourself right. This is the grace period right now.
Bring it out.
To get yourself right. Because when he come back, he ain't going to play games with our people.
That's right.
Our people slew him and hung him on a tree. He ain't going to play games with them. So, you know what I'm saying? He want us to repent.
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel, Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this and join IUIC channel to get your latest updates from all our YouTube channels. Shalom.